Hey guys, it's Doug with Control Alt Success. This is part 12 of a 20 or so part video series. In my very last video, I talked a little bit about utilizing the Google Keyword tool and why it can be effective in ranking certain pages or videos. So in this video, I actually want to do a little bit of a case study to see if it's really going to work. So what I wanted to talk about is how to rank your YouTube videos. So if I go into I'm going to open up a document and I want to go over a few guidelines. First of all, you want to find, I'm going to make this a little bit larger so those with lower resolution can see it. So give me one moment here. There we go. So here we go. First, you want to find your video keywords. Okay, and that's just like I said in the last video, use the Google Keyword Planner or just use Google itself. The reason why is when you type in a how to do this, how to XYZ, you'll find most of the search results actually result in videos at the top. Utilizing the Google Keyword Planner, remember what I said in the last video, searching with 300 searches or more, that tells you that a lot of those 300 searches, if you actually rank #1 on Google with your YouTube video, a lot of those 300 searches are actually going to click on that link. Not to mention there's actually more than 300 people searching for that specific keyword via YouTube. So you have a potential of having a lot more searches than just 300, if that makes sense. So find your video keyword, see how it ranks. Go to YouTube, type in that exact keyword, see what other people are doing, see if it's a very, very widely watched video or if maybe it's kind of a hidden untapped niche that you can actually utilize. So that's the first step. Find video keywords. I'll even highlight that for you. The second one that I want to talk about is creating your video with SEO in mind. Now SEO, as we know, is search engine optimization. And kind of one of the points that I want to talk about is when you upload your video, make sure you name the video after your keyword first. It's not completely necessary, but it does help, and it helps you stay a little bit organized. Plus, it automatically takes that name of the title and puts it in the title on YouTube, so it helps. So create your video with SEO in mind. So the next step, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight that now. The next step is to try to make your video at least 5 minutes long. People ask, why 5 minutes? Well, think of it this way. Think of a YouTube video as SEO for a blog. Or think of a YouTube video as a blog post and applying search engine optimization to a blog post. Chances are you're going to rank a blog post with 750 to 1,000 words a lot faster and a lot more effectively than a blog post that's 200 words. Okay, Google search algorithms look at the length of posts, and that's how they determine, that's one of their calculations that they utilize to be able to determine the quality of the post. Okay, so try to make your video at least 5 minutes long. It seems like a big deal, but it's really not. You'll notice most of my videos range anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. Just depends on how much you want to ramble and depends on how much value you want to bring to the people. So I'm going to highlight that. The next step is to optimize your description. Now I added a little bit of cliff notes to this right here. And the reason being is because you want your site link at the top of your description. You'll notice in all of my videos, for the most part, the very first part of the comments is feel free to visit my site, controlaltsuccess.com. My site is the first one there. And the reason being is because if I embed that video or link that video on my actual blog itself, that provides a little bit of quote-unquote link juice to my site. Okay, does that make sense so far? So the next step is to put the keyword in the first 20 to 25 words. Just like, once again, think of the description as a blog post. The only difference is this step here. You don't need to make a long blog post in your actual comments, but if you try to do 200 to 250 words in the description, it will definitely enhance the SEO and help the rank of your video out in YouTube. Google doesn't, or YouTube doesn't look at descriptions in a YouTube video as Google would on a blog post. So utilize that space by taking a little bit of a summary of what the video is about, maybe telling a quick little story or anything along those lines, and make sure you include your keyword 3 to 4 times in that description. Make sure it's fluid and not just like 4 keywords one after the other. Make sure it actually makes sense when you read it. You want to, because people are going to read those descriptions, and you want to make sure that it doesn't sound like you're just some lame person trying to rank. Okay, does that make sense? So I won't highlight those because we highlighted that step above. But this one right here, mention your video on Q&A sites. This is actually pretty effective. But here's the thing, you don't want to spam your site, your video on Q&A sites. But if you go to, for example, answers.yahoo.com, and you go to that site, and let's say your video is, I'm always going to use a weight loss niche because it's such a popular one, but let's say, how do I lose weight? Or let's do how do I lose weight in my legs without gaining muscle? And I search for answers. I look for those questions that have not been answered yet. I look for unanswered questions, and I actually post a quick little, hey, I saw that you're looking to do this, this, and that. I actually made a video that is very similar to the solution, or that might have a solution to the problem that you're having. Make sure it is relevant, and then post a quick little summary of what the video is about and your link, and that'll actually help rank. Now, the last but not least, and I'm just going to type it in here, get views. First of all, do not buy views. YouTube is not stupid. They will know if it's a fake view or not, because not only do they look at how many views you have, they also look at how long the person stayed looking at the video. So if the video is, for example, this might hit the 7.5 minute mark. If most of the views have stayed 4 to 5 minutes, probably a real person watching the video. And that's all there is to it. So this specific video I'm actually going to be doing a case study on. I'm going to apply what we did in this video, and I'm going to see how it ranks. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in the next few videos here. So with that said, feel free to visit my site, controlaltsuccess.com. That's CTRL-ALT-success.com. Or you can always add me to Facebook. The link is in the comment section below. I hope this was helpful. Take care, guys.